let's be real. Most people don't want AI in their life. I get that. If you spend any time on X and LinkedIn, and honestly, most of us are spending probably too much time on those platforms, there's two camps, I'd say, that are prevalent in the AI bubble. It's essentially the people who are saying that AI is everywhere already, and then there's the people who are going to say, oh, people who aren't getting aboard with AI, they are not going to make it. This is not helping. People don't really want to hear the message that's mostly being conveyed by people working in this space. It's patronizing, it's polarizing, and there's a strong flavor of fear-mongering even there. Also, what's really not helping is how the key CEOs, Sam Altman and Dario Amodei, the leaders of OpenAI and Anthropic, respectively, are addressing the media all the time. Sam, the dude is clearly super smart and has achieved incredible things, but I'm not gonna lie that he also comes off weird in interviews. It's hard to muster sympathy for Sam Altman. And I'm not saying this because I think he's a bad person, but somebody really needs to throw some PR effort into figuring out what should or should not Mr. Altman say when he's interviewed by the press. To make a point around that, a great example of this is him talking to the media recently about energy consumption in AI, where he correctly mentioned that the fears around energy consumption per prompt are probably overblown, and the research supports this. But then he goes on this weird rant where he talks about humans also requiring an enormous amount of energy over 20 years before they get smart. Really, Sam? This is the message you wanted to give? If you listen to the whole interview, it's a bit taken out of context, but the starting point is that people don't want to like what Sam says, because they don't agree with where he is pushing things. Now let's take Dario of Anthropic. As a person, he comes off much more likable in PR scenarios, but then he has this thing where he goes on interviews and time and again repeats, knowledge work will be taken over by AI in 6 to 12 months. Like, don't do that, please. One, I don't think that's quite true. And two, people don't want to hear that. And for very good reason. Because if we think about it, the story that Sam and Dario are telling, which is then compounded by the AI bubble on social media, tells the story of AI is gonna do these things. So in this narrative, who benefits? It is not the general population. There are already cases of very practical implications of what's happening at the grassroots level. Multiple cities lately have had zoning meetings around approving data centers to be built, and there has been an uproar to the point that some of these projects have now been cancelled. And then all the tech people and executives are all shocked Pikachu face of why do people not want AI data centers in their town? So when we tell the AI narrative in a way that says essentially AI is amazing, it will take things over from humanity, it begs the question, for the benefit of whom? Elon Musk, which I will very bluntly put it is, well, not one of my favorite people in the world. Elon Musk a while ago posted on X that AGI will usher in a new era of prosperity for humanity. And I'm not buying that, honestly. There is no reason for me to believe that sentence is true, because over the last decades, we have seen a strong concentration of wealth around smaller and smaller individuals. So why would that change? We can of course make the argument that AGI will make such massive leaps in humanity's capabilities that wealth will just be abundant, but I don't think the utopia that Star Trek and others, being a post-scarcity society, are actually true, because it forgets one key thing, which is us people. Fun fact! So, I am a huge Star Trek fan, that if you've ever spent time reading up on the Star Trek universe, humanity almost killed itself off before they got to a better place. So maybe that's in the card for us as well, before it gets better. So when we think about all of those things, do we want these things that a lot of companies are selling? Do we want AI in the way that it's presented to us? And I can very much understand why a lot of people might go, oh, hell no. Before, though, someone gets me wrong and goes off and say, hey, Tuomas, you seem to be very anti-AI. I am actually not. In a twist that might surprise some people, I am actually building an AI startup. So now you're gonna go and think, or potentially even comment, like, hey, that's pretty hypocritical, or there's a lot of contradiction going on here in your posts. Let's talk about that. I do believe AI is going to be massively transformational as a technology. The issue that we do have to address is, who are we building this for? If we are building AI to replace humans to accumulate wealth for corporations, I'm camp no. If we are building AI to help humans be better and achieve more, yes. There shouldn't be a divide of who benefits from AI and who gets left behind. Rather, we should think about how this can benefit people, really benefit and augment us and the things we do. Those of us building AI right now have the responsibility to make this human-centric. If we're constantly designing and spending our time developing solutions to replace humans, instead of trying to think about ways to make us better, there will be friction, there will be opposition, and there will be more people who will be left behind. Conversely, if we find those ways that AI is the tool for humans to be better, it aids us, then we have the opportunity to make more people embrace it. But we have the job that ensuring that happens, that the aspirations of these AI tools and companies are aligned with what people want and what is good. And we have the responsibility to make sure that we give them the opportunity, the education, the skills needed to come along on this journey. People cannot do that on their own. And that is not because they wouldn't have the capacity for it, but we forget what work looks like out there in the real world. We have to figure out what that transformation looks like across different jobs, different economic situations, different experiences. This isn't a situation where we tell people that you have to get with the program or you're not going to make it. That is, especially with the picture being painted right now, a terrifying scenario. And I use the word responsibility intentionally. The market rewards, sadly, those that create transformation, regardless of the societal impacts that transformation may have. Sometimes I feel that we are really very much back in the Milton Friedman era of the only purpose of a company is to create value for its shareholders. I thought we had moved past that. The future is very uncertain. It is going to be a rough ride. All significant technology transformations are always a rough ride. The Industrial Revolution wasn't an easy one either. But we have that responsibility to make it about people and how AI can be helpful for us.